Imagine this. It's early morning. The sun is just peeking through your kitchen window, and you're standing there with a warm bowl of oatmeal in your hands. That familiar, comforting steam rising up, the kind of breakfast you've been told for years is one of the healthiest choices you can make. It feels good knowing you're starting your day with something wholesome, something that's supposed to care for your heart and keep your body strong. But what if I told you that the way you're preparing this simple bowl might actually be working against you? What if tiny, innocent mistakes are quietly spiking your blood sugar, slowing down your metabolism, or even triggering low-level inflammation that affects your heart, brain, and joints over time? Don't panic, because you're not alone. More than 8 out of 10 people who eat oatmeal regularly are unknowingly making these same mistakes. The good news is, each one is easy to fix. And when you get it right, that humble bowl in your hands turns into a real ally for your health, helping you feel lighter, more energized, and protecting your body in ways you can actually notice. Today, you're going to learn 10 of the most common oatmeal mistakes, how to avoid them, and the simple tweaks that can make every spoonful count, especially if you're over 60 and want every meal to work for your long-term health. Before we get into the mistakes, let's pause and appreciate why this matters so much. Oatmeal isn't just a warm breakfast. It's like a nutritional safety net. Each serving is packed with magnesium, which keeps your muscles and nerves firing smoothly. There's iron carrying oxygen through your blood to every cell. There's zinc, a quiet protector that helps your immune system stay sharp. And those B vitamins fueling your energy, your skin, your hair. All of that in one modest bowl. But the real magic is in the beta-glucan fiber, the kind that swells up and forms a gentle gel in your gut. Think of it like a sponge moving through your system, soaking up excess cholesterol, smoothing out your blood sugar, and feeding the good bacteria that keep your digestion running like clockwork. Add in the unique antioxidants that calm inflammation and protect your cells from everyday wear and tear, and you can see why so many people call oatmeal a superfood. When it's done right, it supports your heart, helps manage your weight, and can even help slow down some of the changes that come with aging. But here's the catch. Even small missteps in how you make or eat your oats can undo a lot of those benefits. That's why this matters for you, especially now. If you've crossed 60, your body doesn't bounce back from daily stress the way it used to. Every choice at the table counts a little more. So let's dive into the first mistake. The first one is so common because it feels so harmless. You make your bowl and think, it just needs a touch of sweetness. So you reach for the honey, maybe sprinkle some brown sugar, or toss in a handful of dried fruit. A little extra won't hurt, right? Here's the problem. Just a couple of teaspoons of added sugar can turn that healthy breakfast into a sugar bomb. What happens next is a quick spike in your blood sugar followed by a crash that leaves you tired and craving more food by mid-morning. Over time, this pattern makes it easier to gain weight around your middle, raises your risk of insulin resistance, and even nudges your immune system into a weaker state. It's the kind of slow, quiet damage you don't feel until years later. The fix isn't to cut out flavor. It's to swap the source. A mashed ripe banana melts into your oats with a creamy, caramel-like sweetness. Fresh berries bring their own natural sugars plus a burst of antioxidants your cells will thank you for. Even a pinch of cinnamon or a drop of real vanilla can trick your taste buds into thinking your bowl is sweeter than it really is. It's a small change that keeps your energy steady and your breakfast working for you, not against you. The second mistake comes from convenience. You've probably been there. You're in a rush, you grab one of those flavored instant oatmeal packets, apple cinnamon or maple brown sugar, because it sounds healthy and it's quick. Here's the truth most people don't realize. Those packets can hide as much sugar as a candy bar, sometimes 4 or 5 teaspoons in a single serving. On top of that, they're loaded with artificial flavors, preservatives, and extra sodium. The labels say things like healthy or natural flavor, because the marketing is designed to make you feel safe choosing them. But your body knows the difference. That quick packet leads to a fast energy spike, a crash, and if it becomes a habit, more long-term issues with inflammation and heart health. The simple fix is to go back to basics. Plain rolled oats or steel-cut oats give you all the control. They don't take long. Rolled oats cook in just a few minutes. And when you top them with your own fresh fruit or a handful of nuts, you get flavor, fiber, and nutrients without the hidden traps. It's a tiny shift in your morning routine that pays you back all day. Now, Let's talk about something most people don't even think about. Oatmeal is naturally low in protein. That's not a problem unless you're eating it by itself with water or a splash of plant milk. Then what happens is your body gets carbs and fiber but very little to balance it out. That can leave you hungry sooner, reaching for snacks, and for those of us over 60, it's especially important because muscle loss creeps in faster with age. Protein at breakfast helps stabilize your blood sugar, protects your lean muscle, and keeps you satisfied for hours. The fix is easy. Stir in a spoonful of chia seeds or hemp seeds. Sprinkle on some chopped almonds or walnuts. Even pairing your oatmeal with a boiled egg or a dollop of Greek yogurt changes the way your body handles that meal. Picture this: a creamy bowl of oats with fresh strawberries, a handful of almonds, and a swirl of Greek yogurt. It's not just delicious, it's balanced fuel for the morning ahead. Here's another one that sneaks up on people because oatmeal has such a healthy reputation. You think it's good for me, so more must be better. You pile the bowl high, add extra oats, a generous scoop of peanut butter, a handful of nuts, maybe a drizzle of honey. Suddenly, that light breakfast has as many calories as a fast food lunch. Even superfoods can backfire if the portion is out of balance. For people with sensitive digestion, too much fiber at once can leave you bloated or sluggish. And if you eat oatmeal every day, oversized portions can even interfere with how your body absorbs minerals like iron and zinc. The sweet spot is simple. About half a cup of dry oats, which doubles when cooked, is plenty for most adults. When you add fruit, nuts, or yogurt on top, it turns into a balanced meal without overloading your system. You feel light, you get the benefits, and your digestion stays happy. There's one step that most people skip entirely, and it's costing them nutrients without even realizing it. Oats contain a natural compound called phytic acid. Think of it as a lock that holds onto minerals like iron, zinc, and calcium. If you don't unlock it, your body can't use those minerals as well. That's where soaking comes in. Just letting your oats sit in water or milk for 6 to 8 hours softens them, reduces that phytic acid, and makes the nutrients more available to you. It also makes the oats easier to digest, which matters a lot if you've noticed more bloating or stomach discomfort as you've gotten older. Overnight oats aren't just trendy, they're practical science. Mix your oats with liquid, maybe add some fruit or nuts, stick them in the fridge, and in the morning you've got a ready-to-eat bowl that's gentle on your stomach and generous with nutrients. And then there's cooking. Undercooking oats is a mistake people make without thinking. You're in a rush, the oats are softened enough, you eat them. But when oats aren't cooked long enough, that amazing beta-glucan fiber that helps your heart and blood sugar doesn't fully break down into the form your body can use best. Undercooked oats can also be harder to digest, leaving you with gas or discomfort. On the flip side, overcooking turns oats into a gluey paste, breaking down too much and leaving you with a bowl that digests too quickly, which means you get hungry sooner and lose some of the heat-sensitive vitamins. The goal is that creamy, porridge-like consistency, soft but with a bit of texture. It's a small detail that makes a real difference. Picking up right where we left off, once you've got that perfect creamy texture, there's another detail that can change everything. It's the liquid you use to cook your oats. A lot of people assume that starting with milk makes oatmeal richer and creamier. It sounds logical, right? But here's what actually happens. When you cook oats directly in milk, the proteins in the milk react with the starch in the oats. That reaction makes the texture thick and sticky, and it can actually reduce how well some of the nutrients survive the heat. The simple fix is to start with water. Cook your oats until they're soft and tender, then stir in a splash of milk or almond milk at the end. You still get that creamy finish without losing the gentle balance of flavor or nutrition. It's a small switch, but if you've ever wondered why your oatmeal sometimes feels heavy or pasty, this is why. There's also one thing most people never think to add: a pinch of salt. I know it sounds counterintuitive. Salt in a healthy breakfast? But a tiny pinch at the start of cooking does something magical. It wakes up the natural sweetness of the oats and helps all your toppings, whether it's fruit or nuts, blend into a single, balanced flavor. When you skip it, no matter how much you add on top, the oats themselves can taste flat. The key is to add it while cooking, not at the end. Just a pinch. It's one of those quiet little tricks that makes every bowl taste better without actually making it salty. Now let's talk about the last and maybe the most important mistake. Oatmeal is powerful, but it's not a complete meal on its own. When you rely on it day after day without pairing it with other foods, you're missing key nutrients your body needs, especially as you age. Oatmeal is low in high-quality protein and completely lacks things like vitamin B12 and omega-3 fatty acids. Over time, that can mean low energy, weaker immunity, and slower muscle recovery. You might even notice it in subtle ways, like feeling more tired in the afternoons or taking longer to bounce back after a busy day. The solution is to see oatmeal as the foundation, not the whole picture. Pair it with Greek yogurt or eggs for protein, add a few walnuts or chia seeds for healthy fats, and bring in colorful fruits for antioxidants. And beyond breakfast, make sure the rest of your day includes vegetables, lean proteins, and nutrient-rich foods. That variety keeps your body fueled and balanced, letting your morning oats shine as part of a bigger, healthier pattern. When you step back and look at all these small changes together, you can see the pattern. It's not about making breakfast complicated. It's about making it count. A bowl of oatmeal can be a daily gift to your heart, your digestion, and your energy, but only if you give it the right support. A little less sugar, a little more protein, the right portion, soaking to unlock nutrients, cooking with care, and pairing it with the right companions on your plate. Each of those steps adds up in a way your body can feel not just today but years down the road. So here's the question for you. How are you making your oatmeal right now? Are you using packets for convenience? Are you adding a little too much sweetness? Or maybe you've already been pairing it with protein without realizing you were doing something really good for yourself. Drop a comment and share your favorite way to make oats, or one change you're excited to try after hearing this. The best ideas often come from real kitchens, and your experience could help someone else find their perfect morning bowl. If you've been eating oatmeal for years, this is the moment to make every bite count. Your breakfast can either quietly chip away at your energy or quietly build your strength. And at this stage of life, with every year more precious, you deserve to make choices that support you, that give you the energy to enjoy the people and the moments that matter most. A simple bowl done right can be one of those choices. And if you're wondering where to start tomorrow morning, keep it simple. Half a cup of plain oats, soaked overnight if you can. Cook them gently in water, stir in a splash of milk at the end, a pinch of salt at the beginning. Top with fresh berries, a few nuts, maybe a spoonful of Greek yogurt. That's it. Balanced, nourishing, and ready to support you through the day. You don't need fancy recipes or complicated steps. You just need small, thoughtful choices that turn an ordinary breakfast into a quiet act of care for yourself. Now it's your turn. Tomorrow morning, when you stand in your kitchen with that warm bowl in your hands, you'll know exactly how to make it work for you. Every spoonful can be a step toward better energy, steadier blood sugar, and a healthier heart. And all it takes are these simple tweaks, done with intention. Your body will feel the difference, not in some distant future, but in the way your mornings flow, the way your energy lasts, and the way you carry yourself through the day.